Can you tell me what your name is? Okay, let's shake hands. Can you tell me what your name is and what your title is?
My name is Berenice Onofre. I'm a candidate in the EDD program at Cal State LA.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you do?
Well, right now I am retired and I'm just going to school. My profession was a registered nurse and I worked many years there.
So you're working on a book, right?
Oh yes, we are writing a book with my classmates
Can you tell me a
and a
little bit about
professor.
that?
We're excited about the book because we feel parent involvement is very important, and there is a lot of information about parent involvement. There's a concern that some parents are not involved. And primarily, there is a concern that the Latino parents are not involved. So I, being a Latino parent, and I was very involved during my children's education, I feel there are various situations where parents find themselves, even though they want to be involved, they can't be involved. So I think that was the main reason I went to school. And my dissertation is in Latino parent involvement, their experiences. So when we were talking about a book, it was very interesting to me. So I participated in the chapters, and I feel that schools need to have a different method of just the traditional parent involvement. They need to welcome the parents, they need to learn the culture of the parents, and they need to make the parents feel comfortable. And for that, they need to treat each parent differently, not just write a procedure or write up a book or from research, but it has to be very individualized.
More personalized.
More personalized.
Yeah. Well, that sounds very meaningful, and it definitely, myself, going through the education system, I do see that the break between what needs to be told to me, what needs to be told to my parents, and sometimes that miscommunication and my mom not being as involved in my son because she doesn't know. She doesn't know how, and the school doesn't really make that effort either.
Yes.
So I can see where your work and your knowledge and your experience would help to get the parents more in there and to put that effort. And see that it matters, because I feel my parents maybe didn't see how the school could even help them, how the school didn't care what they had to say. So
I do believe that all parents are interested about the children's education. And it's just the fact that the people come.
About that question that you like, the bilingual question.
Okay.
So yourself being a bilingual individual, where have you seen being bilingual be a powerful tool for you?
I think especially now that we see that the Latino population is becoming to be the majority of the minority group, and we had great influence even in Obama's winning the election. It is, and it's amazing that even Obama had words in Spanish and he pronounced correctly. I was really amazed. And so I see that the importance of being bilingual for our culture, for the Latinos, but I see that schools there is a push to learn the culture the American way, and there is a push to learn English only. And so the parents, I feel maybe, I don't know if they want the best for the children, and at the same time they want the children to have more opportunities. Somehow they don't see the value of keeping the language. And I have encountered many first generation Latinos that they can't speak the language. And so I I've been assessing. I have my grandson that goes to catechism, and so I requested that he goes to the Spanish program, and his friends went to the English program. And I spoke with the parents. I said, why not sending them to the Spanish? And they said, well, he has to learn English. And so, so I guess it's because they want the best for the kids, but it's good for the media, educators, us, that we push, somehow bring the awareness to the community that knowing both languages, and perhaps even more, is very important. So, and I have my son who is at Harvard. This is his first year, and he emphasizes that languages are very important, not just one or two languages. Most of the students there have knowledge of 8 or 9 languages. They can read and write, and they have perfected about 5 languages, perfect domain of the language. So I think it's very important
to put more value into it.
To put more value in the language.
Yeah, definitely. And we see that with CABE, right?
Yes.
That's what CABE promotes. So why do you think it's so important to have CABE?
I think it's very important to support CABE because, as you said, they promote the culture and promote the bilingual education, and that is where I feel we're sort of losing it. So I really thank CABE for...
it fortifies it.
Yeah.
Definitely fortifies it.
Yes.
Well, is there anything that you would like to add or share?
I think I would like to add one thing that I think we were at the beginning discussing about parent involvement. I think that organizations like CABE, La Raza, us, all the organizations in the universities, the politicians, the scholars, educators, and teachers, we need to see that the culture does not disappear. Somehow I noticed that the first generation in their own, they are not really in tune to listening to Mexican music from their country, but they are in tune to listen to different music. It's fine. I think times have changed and there are different music about, but it's going to disappear if we don't keep the culture going.
Yeah, throughout the generations.
Throughout the generations. Yeah.
Because that's. Yeah. And I think it has to start with the parents.
You're right.
With the parents, because sometimes parents want to suppress that and not let their children, maybe take in as much of their culture, but more of what's popular, what's going to make you successful, what you need. I mean, we can't forget our roots.
We can't forget our roots.
We can't forget
that's
our language, our culture, everything.
Exactly.
So thank you so much for sharing all those words.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you. Nice meeting you too.